angle measures in a circle graph. As part of a survey, 1,500 people were asked to name their favorite sports to watch. The table below summarizes their answers. This information is also presented as a circle graph. Find the central angle measure, which is angle x, the measure of angle x, so x degrees. For football, slice in the circle graph. Do not round. Okay, so with this one, we just need to remember a couple of things about circles. Number one, if I go all the way around a circle, so if I draw a circle and I go all the way around, beginning and end, and I know that's a very wonky looking circle, but we're going to pretend like it's a nice one. If I go all the way around a circle, I go 360 degrees. So we need to remember that a circle is 360 degrees. And then what we need to do is calculate the percent that football takes up for the whole 1,500 people survey here. So that's what they start doing down here in the explanation. They go to football and they see, oh, there's 390 people that said that they like to watch football, or that's their favorite sport to watch. And then we're going to divide that by the total number of people surveyed, which was 1,500 or 1,500. And that equals 0.26, which we can say is 26%. So 26% of all the people surveyed, their favorite sport is football. Now what we need to do is take that 26%, because we want to know the actual angle that this took up in the graph. That's what they're asking us to find. So we're going to take the 26% and we're going to multiply that by 360 degrees. So remember, you can't do 26% because even though the calculator, I believe, yes, the calculator is available in this one, it doesn't have a percent sign in the calculator. So make sure you use the decimal, 0.26. We're going to multiply by 360. And that'll tell us the actual measurement of the degree of people that chose football as their favorite. So the answer we put in here is 93.6, because once we multiply, that's what we get. So that's what we're doing on this one. We're just converting percents of a pie chart to actual measurement for a circle graph, for the degree anyway. Okay, so last week there were 225 students absent at Northview High. The circle graph below summarizes them by the day of the week on which they occurred. The central angle for Tuesday slice is 86.4. So they're giving us the degree slice now. In the last one, they wanted us to find this degree. Now they're telling us it's 86.4 degrees. What percentage of absences occurred on Tuesday? So if we took the percentage and we multiply that by 360, and that equals the number of students, that equals the degree. I'm saying that funny. It equals the degree. So this is what they did in the last one. Percent times 360 equals the degree. So they want us to go back to percent. So we're going to plug this in real quick. So I'm going to leave the percent sign just to be silly here. Times, we know it's 360. It's always 360. Equals, and the degree is 86.4. So we know that it's 86.4 degrees. So what we want to do is divide by 360 on both sides of the equation. And remember, equation always has two sides. And the reason we want to divide is because it's being multiplied. And to undo multiplication, we divide. That way, 360 divided by 360, or any number divided by itself, cancels. And our percent sign drops down here. Now I'm being a little silly. I should give it a variable for instead of using a percent sign. But really, when I use a letter to represent a number, all it is a symbol. It's not really that letter anymore. It's a symbol. So using the percent sign is the same idea as using a variable as a letter. So I'm just using the percent as my variable. So I'm just being silly with that, but it's not really going to change anything. So let's go ahead and grab our calculator here. Me messing with my technology here. All right, so I want to turn the cursor on my pen here. So I apologize. I cleared all that out when I turned the pen tool off a second ago, but it was the degree divided by 360. And that equals our percentage. So we don't want to type in 0.24. We want to make sure we move that decimal place 2 points over, so we have 24%. And then we're going to check it. All right, that's what we want. Okay, the circle graph below summarizes the 150 members of a university sorority by their majors. The central angle for the engineering slice is or sorry, 50.4 degrees. So they're giving us the degree again. How many sorority members are in our engineering majors? Goodness gracious. All right, so remember, percent, the last time we had percent times 360 equals degree. And then it ended up being percent equals degree divided by 360. So we can do that same thing. So our percent is going to equal the degree, which is 50.4, divided by 360. Let's go ahead and go in here and click this, and we get, I'm going to move it over here. So we get 50.4 divided by 360 equals, so we get 0.14. Remember, we don't want 0.14. Move it 2 decimal places over to the right. So we get 14. You know what? We're not done yet. So we don't want to type in 14 because there is no percent sign here. That's how I knew it wasn't just stopping at percent. So we know that our percent equals 0.14. But they want to know how many sorority members are engineering majors. They don't want to know the percent. So what we need to do is take this number and multiply by the 150 members. So we're going to have 150 times 0.14. And that's going to tell us how many people are in the engineering majors. So we're going to go times 150 equals, so we get 21. So that was a little tricky because they asked us to go a little farther than that first one. So just make sure you're paying attention to what are they asking you for. All right, one more of these. Clear that out. So there were 375 books sold last week at Sid's bookstore. So we know a total number. The table below summarizes these books by genre. This information is also presented as a circle graph. Find the central angle measure. So we want angle, the degree for x, so x degree, for the self-help slice in the circle graph. Do not round. So this is the one where we're going to have to take a piece from our graph or our table and then apply it to our graph. So in this case, they actually gave us the percent already. So in the explanation when they did that, they gave us the totals, and we had to divide by the full total of all the, it was on that one it was a survey, but on this one it would be books to get this percent. Well, we already have the percent. Happy day, we don't have to do that part. So we're just going to go to the self-help. So we know it's 24%. So if we're talking about the whole pie, it's 24%. Or sorry, the 375 books, it's 24% of that. We need to figure out what degree it is for this slice. So we're going to take 24%. We're going to multiply by 360. Remember to take this and move it 2 decimal places before typing it into your calculator. So we get 0.24 times 360 equals, so we have 86.4 degrees. Check. All right, we finished another one. Yay.